Now, many of you know that who are primarily in the city family that I've been accused of riffing speeches every now and then, but this was too important to riff, so we actually took the time, and I'm going to stay scripted, but Hamdi, I'm going to try my best. Okay. Because with you, I sometimes want to riff because I get so excited. So thank you for joining us today on this official oath of office for the city's newest director of our Office of Immigrant and Refugees Affairs, OIRA, Hamdi Mohamed. I take a particular pride in this nominating of this very credentialed leader and elected leader because many people don't know, I had actually was a primary sponsor for the legislation that created the office when we started looking at some of these very challenging issues. That was back in 2012. So I watched it grow, and I quite frankly didn't think I'd be actually appointing someone to lead this, and so I feel this honor with you. I feel like almost a proud parent, so to speak. But I look at Hamdi and I said, even while you were running for office, I said, superstar. It was simple as that. She brings lived experience as a former refugee herself and has dedicated her life to improving the living conditions for our immigrant and refugee neighbors. And I knew she was the leader Seattle needed, quite frankly, at this moment in our city's history and this moment in our country's history. A little bit about her work history for those not familiar with her work history. She's dedicated her career to fighting poverty and empowering immigrants through her service at the King County Executive's Office with Congressman Pramila Jayapal, with CARE International, and at the Refugee Women's Alliance. She's committed to public service and has played a key role in the deportation defense campaigns of multiple people and provided advocacy to support families and families reunite. So far, what we asked Hamdi to do right at the beginning, and she's done in such a first way, we said, do a review of your operations. Know the people, know the structures, know the processes, and put your own DNA on what this office should look like, and she's done a marvelous job doing that. She's embarked upon a community listening tour to inform OIRA's strategic plan, and quite frankly, that's her leadership style. To do the data, to listen to people, and she's so marvelous at that. And of course, she helped craft and implement one of our earlier executive orders on Ukraine, and quite candidly gave invaluable insight on how we should go about that. And for that, the city and the residents of Ukraine and the Ukraine community here are forever thankful. I asked around and I said, well, what do you think are her personal attributes? These are the words that had come up. Visionary, bold vision, endless energy with new ideas, very good at using her lens of creativity, and most importantly, always approachable and accessible. Truly skills of a remarkable leader. Hamdi is driven to get things accomplished for the people of Seattle and brings a positive, solution-oriented attitude that's informed by the close bond she has with diverse communities across our region. That is Hamdi Mohamed, and I have to tell you, we are so proud to have her lead this very great space that the city needs to be in at this point in city's history and at this point in our country's history. So let's move on to the oath of office. And by the way, this is going to be our sort of bittersweet Monica's last oath of office. She's retiring too, so you have to make these the best 3 you've ever done. Okay, let's do it.
Be in front of the seal. And how many were you gonna have?
Oh yeah, my husband's here. Dad, you want to join us? Round of applause for my husband.
This is Dowd Ali, if I'm not correct. Dowd Ali.
Yeah, that's okay. After the oath, okay? Hamdi, first I want to say it's my absolute honor to administer your official oath of office, and I wish you only the best in your new leadership role. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
And if you can come a little closer, and please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Hamdi Mohamed,
I, Hamdi Mohamed,
swear or affirm
swear and affirm
that I possess all of the qualifications
that I possess all of the qualifications
prescribed in the Seattle City Charter
prescribed in the Seattle City Charter
and the Seattle Municipal Code
and the Seattle Municipal Code
for the position of
the
Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs Director,
for the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs Director,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Washington,
the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Seattle,
of the City of Seattle,
and that I will faithfully conduct myself
and that I would faithfully conduct myself
as the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs Director.
of the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs Director.
Congratulations. Have you sign in both spaces?
I'm left-handed, so.
And then you've got right here, yes, and I'll take
You're supposed to get down on one knee when you do that.
Great. Good afternoon, everyone. It is, that's right. It is such an honor and privilege to be standing in front of all of you in this new role as the Director of the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs. I have said this opportunity to lead this office in particular is truly rooted in my lived experience and my professional experience. I came to this country as a 3-year-old refugee from Somalia. And, I vividly remember my mom working multiple jobs, my dad working multiple jobs to make ends meet. I firsthand know the experiences that our immigrant and refugee communities go through every single day. I have lived unhoused all around King County. And I know right now is such a critical time for our immigrant and refugee communities. We are recovering from a pandemic that so many of us actually are living in it and don't know when it's going to end. And it is so important that we ensure the city of Seattle is centering the voices of our immigrant and refugee communities. And that's what I intend to do in this role, is ensure that our work at the City of Seattle is prioritizing the needs of the community. And it's not just one office that can do that. We have to make sure that their needs are cutting across all of our City of Seattle departments. So ensuring that we have strong collaborations with our city departments is one of my top priorities. Regional collaboration, departmental collaboration is what I intend to focus on. Ensuring that I move priorities of the mayor, a Healthy Seattle initiative, ensuring that folks who are immigrants and refugees are centered in and around the needs of healthcare. We are in a pandemic. Now more than ever, we have to ensure that all of our community members have access to resources when it comes to healthcare. It has been truly an honor to have been in this interim role that I've been in the last 6 months. I've been working with incredible people like Adiam Imri, who oversees our office. I have incredible staff at the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs who they bring their own lived experience and professional experience. And I'm so grateful to Mayor Harrell's trust in me. Me and him have a lot in common, and often what we talk about, it's the needs of our communities and ensuring that folks who look like me are centered in this city's priorities. And I believe we will get a lot done in the next 4 years and more to come. And I just feel very lucky and fortunate to have this opportunity to be able to showcase my leadership and show that we will get some wins for our immigrant and refugee communities. And again, thank you so much. Thank you to my husband, Daud Ali, and the community at large that is watching us today. I could not be here and standing in front of you without community members investing in me and believing in my work and telling me so many times that you can do this. And so I'm grateful for our community in Seattle and the community at large that continue to push me forward. Thank you so much for this time and for listening.